Rockster, it's time to code. Remember, code doesn't bite. It doesn't bite. Welcome to today's course.
Welcome to Module 2, Introduction to Scratch Environment. Scratch was developed by Mitchell Resnick in 2003. We will be discussing the main components of Scratch. Sprite. Sprite is a small graphic character that performs actions in a Scratch project. Scratch provides a number of inbuilt sprites. So that means we have different characters, different objects that we can use to build any games that we want to build. So this is the stage. It is the main working area. This is where you can run any Scratch project and a game you are building. In Sprites Lists, Sprites List displays the thumbnails of all sprites used in a project. We have animals, people, dance. There are so many of them. So you can choose any character that you want. We have presentation mode. Presentation mode is to view your presentation in full screen like we have. New Sprite Buttons. New Sprite Buttons is used to create new sprites from the Sprite library. This is the Sprites library where we have so many sprites that you can select from. So script is a collection of stepwise instructions that are given to a sprite to carry out a specific task. These are our scripts, a collection of instructions, a collection of tasks that are given to a sprite to carry out a specific task while building or designing our game. Script area. This is the script area. It's the place where you create a script for a sprite to do a particular task. So this is where any script we want, any instruction we want to give, this is where we'll pile up all our instructions for our character to carry out. So the script is created by dragging and dropping the instructions from the block palette. This is the block palette. This is where we have the blocks of codes, okay, while this is the script area. So we drag and drop any instruction we want to assign to the sprites depending on what we are designing. So this is the script area where this is the script where we drag and drop our instructions, okay, in proper alignment. You don't drop it in disarray, you don't drop it carelessly, you have to put all your instructions in a way that the computer would understand, just like you're building, you're making a building, you're putting blocks on top of blocks to be able to build something. So this is the costume window. The costume window is where you can draw and paint your own sprite using the bitmap tool. So let's delete the already existing sprite and let's create our own sprite. Okay, so you can use any, can decide to choose any color at all that you like, right? So let's choose. So right now we are trying to create our own sprite. Okay, so keep depending on what you want. let's try to build something different from what we've always had. So gradually we are trying to form our own sprite. So let's change the color. Let's use pink. Okay, and let's change the color again. Okay, let's use this. Okay, so here we go. We have been able to create our own sprite. Let's add something different. Okay. So this is it. We've been able to create our own sprite, and the next thing will be to save our sprite. This is how you save your sprite. You click on File, click on Save to Computer, and we'll save it with whichever name we want. So I'll save this with my own sprite. Click on Save, and it's saved. And when you want to open your already saved work or sprite, you click on File and click on Load from Computer and select the exact project you want to run on your system. See you in the next model. Thank you.